Hello, and welcome back to another live session of session. Why I'm saying session, another live session of SYWK podcast, and you are watching the YouTube channel of SYWK. I'm also available on all the audio platforms. Before we begin, I would just like to check if my mic is working. Just give me a minute. Audio platforms. Before we begin, I would just like to check if
Yes.
my mic is working, everything is fine. And to give you an update, I'm not well. I've got an ulcer in my throat and it's hurting, and it's been 3 days. Yeah, you can say 4 days. I've not, eaten properly, and lot more things happening in my life. But a very good friend, a very good friend, suggested that I need to be consistent with my content in terms of the horror life. Anyways, every Saturday I release my episodes, but to engage and to interact with you guys, I need to be consistent. I need to go live every week, and this suggestion is given by a very dear and beautiful friend. His name is Swapnil, and he has his own podcast, YouTube channel. Called as Abirbhav, and I'm kind of inspired. How he does his live streams and how he narrate his stories, how he interact with that, and I'm only here to learn and grow. So yes, even though I'm not well, I haven't spoken for almost 3 hours, just so that I rest my vocal cords so that now I can speak. And then again, after the session ends, it's going to pain. So every Tuesday around 11 o'clock Indian Standard Time, I am going to do a horror live. But this live session is going to be little bit different as compared to the rest of the live sessions which I had. Firstly, since I'm not getting a lot of viewership on the live sessions as of now, because I'm not yet consistent and I need to be more consistent in terms of the live stream. So I have a format where I am going to follow. So the format is, I'm just going to explain it to you. For first 5-10 minutes, I'm just going to talk to you guys, going to chit chat. So if you're watching this after the live session, then you can fast forward it till 10 minutes at least. Anyways, I'm going to put the timestamp, so not to worry. Then after 10 minutes, I'm going to narrate one of the horror stories which I found on the internet. Then I'm going to give you a horror update. It's basically like a news update but related to horror, where whatever happened in that week related to horror, maybe a new movie is come, a new book is come, or something horrifying, or some crime shit has happened in that week, I will update you guys so that you know. And then, if this streaming platform, which is StreamYard, allows me to react to horror content, in the sense, if I can share the screen, open a YouTube video, and react to that, and we both, you guys and me, can see some horror content, then we will be doing that as well. Then at the end, if you guys have any ghost stories, you can come. But that doesn't mean that if I am giving you the horror update or reacting to the horror content, you guys cannot come. You guys can come anytime during the live session. All you need to do is that click the link in the description. Okay, the link is there. Click it, join the stream. I will get you one by one, and you can tell your stories. But meanwhile, people don't come. People, are still warming up. Let's do something nonsense. Currently, it's just 6 minutes. So, what I will do is I will tell you from where I get most of my horror stories. Just give me a minute. Let me check if the volume is coming fine. horror stories. Just give me a minute. Let me check it. Yes. Okay. So now I don't need the headphones. So most of my ghost stories, horror stories, I get it from a website called yourghoststories.com. Okay, and this is one of the best website which I have found, where everyone from around the world submit their stories, and there are categories where you can find country wise as well. So what I do is I keep reading that whenever I'm free, and if I find something interesting, then I convert that into a episode. So people who don't like to read, they can follow my channel, and they you will find. So most of the stories of lately are from the website. Okay, so moving ahead, uh, then we are in terms of the horror update. Now, as I told you, I have different segments. Now I'm just doing the introduction, chit chatting with you guys. Then I'm going to narrate a short story from this website. Then in terms of horror update, I have an update about a recently web series which I completed watching, which is Stranger Things. I'm going to talk about that. Then a new movie which is going to come out. It is a horror comedy, which is a Bollywood movie. I'm going to talk about that, but I'll not tell you the name right now. And there is another case in Mumbai, Maharashtra, which is similar to the Burari case in Delhi. If you remember, there were 9 people who committed suicide. So there's a similar case which I'm going to talk about. And then I'm going to do some masti. So basically, this live stream and any of my live stream is just fun. I don't want to keep it very serious. I don't want to, how do I say? I just want to keep it light. I just want you guys to enjoy it. If you're listening to it, or if you're watching the stream, just enjoy what I doing. So it's already 9 minutes up. So what I'm going to do is I am going to read the story. But when I am reading the story, I am going to put my camera off because I need to switch my tab to the website. So I will start reading the story right now. So here we go. You can enjoy the story. So the story is from your website called yourghoststories.com. Okay, I'm going to read it very simple, very slowly so you guys can understand. So the title of the story is We Had a Room. But sorry, the title is not we had a room. It I meant we had a roommate. I didn't read the mate. Okay. So now I will be reading the story. So basically, okay, I am going to read this in my mind, and I'm just going to narrate what actually happened with this in this story. I mean, without wasting any time, let's get started. It's been 5 years since I wrote my last post. The below series of incident made me post here now. Lot of things have changed in my life now. I've got a new job and got married. Now I and my husband are living at a rented house. We moved here last week since our last rented house was not family friendly, to put it in simple. Since I got married during COVID time, me and my fiance, now husband, did not get chance to visit many houses for us to stay post our wedding. So we found a house which was closer to both our offices. It was a beautiful apartment, 2 bedrooms, one big living room which has an attached balcony. The house was well maintained and naturally beautiful. There were very few buildings close, so we found it preferable to select this apartment as compared to rest of the buildings. Flash forward to our first day at this house. We both were super tired after the shifting and lifting things, so we both dozed off early. Maybe it was around 9 p.m. and my husband woke up around 2 a.m. to use restroom, and after that he went to the kitchen to have some water. Our kitchen is an open kitchen so we can see our living room from there. This is when he noticed that both my balcony doors and also the main door was widely open. His first instinct was someone inside our house. First, he checked our room. He found no one, so he went out and locked our bedroom from outside. He did not wake me up all this time. Then he searched the whole house with a wooden log. He found no one, but then he locked the doors and came back to our room. And I'm still there inside the room sleeping. When I woke up at 6:30 a.m., I found my husband sitting beside me wide awake. I thought he woke up early, which was very weird because he's a late riser. When I asked him whether everything is all right, then he told me the whole story. I was shocked to hear and I was extremely angry at him for many things. Firstly, not telling me at that moment, and secondly, for locking me inside the bedroom. What if someone was still there? But now I was scared to even go out of our room. I called my dad and told him about this, and he said he will come there. My parents' house was 20 minutes away from our current apartment. My dad reached our place, and we both were on a video call. And now we opened our door slowly, and my husband noticed that the fan was on, and he asked me whether I switched it on or off. Since I was so tired, I didn't even remember when I switched it on or off, and he did not notice it either during the night encounter. We both ran out and opened our main door. My dad came in and he searched the whole house, every nook and corner, but found no one. He, being a parent, blamed it on me for being careless. There might be some logical reason for a balcony door to get unlocked. Maybe it was not locked correctly, maybe there was wind, anything is possible. But the main door to open is questionable. This is something unnatural. But I clearly remember locking it and checking it before sleeping. After confirming there was no one at home, Dad helped us to unpack our stuff and organize most of the things. My mom asked me and husband to stay at their place for the night since we were busy in setting up the house. She said she will cook us dinner. Just to be on the safer side, we locked the balcony door by adding two locks and locked our main door properly and left for our parents' place. Sorry, the English is not up to the mark because it's just written and I'm just reading what I can see. Okay, getting back to the story. Now came back. Okay, now they came back next evening. Doors were locked, and we realized to see that. Sorry, and we revealed to see that the door was open, and the first thing we noticed was our fan was on again, and not only our living room, it was on in all our rooms. This startled us both. Again, I called my dad. He said it might be because of some wiring issue and suggested to check by an electrician. That made sense. So we booked an electrician and he checked the wire, but he said everything looked fine and no loose connections or anything as such. We both understood it's going to be a sleepless night. We already started to check for other houses as backup. We decided to watch a rom com just to distract our mind. Also, we ordered dinner. Delivery person rang the bell and I opened the door to get the food. I locked the door, and when I turned back, I saw a figure looking at me from the other bedroom. I stood there, and my husband noticed it, and we saw the same figure. We both unlocked the door and ran outside. We vacated the house and stayed at my parents' place for some time. My dad was helping us to pack the things from this house, and he asked the watchman about the history of this flat. Initially, he wouldn't tell, but after giving him some money, then he said that a single woman committed suicide after her ex husband got the full custody of her kids. Initially, landlord did not agree to return the deposit amount since our agreement was for 2 years. But when we questioned him about hiding the apartment history, he agreed to return the full money. Now we are in another beautiful house and it goes smooth there. Touch wood. Oh my god. So this was the story from yourghoststories.com. Normally when I you know take the stories, I correct the English, but I just read it. So basically in short, there were a couple who shifted to a rented apartment after they got married, and this was during COVID time, and they didn't get much time to visit different apartments. So whatever was convenient, whatever was reasonable, they picked the first apartment, and this apartment was close to both the offices, the husband and wife. So they found it convenient. The first night they brought all their stuff, they unpacked everything, and during the first week at least, anyone who is shifting, they are dead tired. So it was just the first night that they unpacked few things and they already got tired. So they decided to sleep early. So when you're tired, you don't know exactly, you don't keep in mind exactly, like if the light is on, this and all, light is on or the tap is on, the door is open or whatever, you just fall off asleep. So both the couples, they fell off to sleep by 9 p.m., and then suddenly the husband, in the middle of the night around 2 a.m., he woke up to have a glass of water or to go to the washroom. When he went to the kitchen, he noticed that someone was there in the hall. No, not someone was not there in the hall. He noticed that the main door and the balcony door was open. So he got scared. He felt that someone has entered the house. So first he went in the bedroom where his wife was sleeping. He checked there, no one was there. So he came out and he locked the door. Once he locked the door, then he checked the rest of the house because it was a two-bedroom apartment. Checked the rest of the house, nothing was there. He closed the doors, locked everything, and he goes in the bedroom. But unfortunately, he does not get sleep. So he's wide awake at 6 o'clock when the wife wakes up. So when the wife wakes up, uh, yeah, she questions him like, why are you awake so early? Because you're always getting up late, you always sleep late, so you always get up late. So then he tells the story and then he tells the incident what happened. So they're shit scared basically. So to cut short more, uh, they tell the father, they tell means the female tells the father, her father, that so and so thing happens. And so the parents say, come to our house to stay for a few days till you all don't settle properly. You all go in the morning, put shift everything, keep everything in the place, and but in the night have dinner and go to sleep there. So one evening when they finish everything, they were going to their parents' house for dinner. They remember locking everything, putting all the fans off, everything, and they left. But next morning, when they came to their apartment, they seen that the fans was on, the doors was open, everything. So it was quite scary, and they felt that something is wrong. But the father suggested that you call an electrician to check. Maybe there might be some uh, wiring issue. But what the electrician will do if the door is open? But anyways, they called the electrician. He came, he checked, he said everything is fine. He said everything is fine. Just give me a minute. Battery is low. He said everything is fine. Then after that, this was the actual incident. What happened was that one evening, when they were tired, they decided not to go to their parents' house, so they ordered dinner uh, from outside. And when the delivery guy came, the female, she opened the door, and when she closed the door and when she turned in the corner, she seen a figure standing. Now she screamed and she called the husband, and the husband also seen the same thing. When they realized that it is not, in their mind, it is something real, they both ran out of the house, and next day itself, they vacated the apartment. But the girls, the wife's father, questioned and inquired with the society and mainly the watchman. So, after a lot of dramas, after giving the watchman some money, the watchman opened his mouth and said that there was a family, and in the family, the female, the wife, she committed suicide because they had got divorced, and the whole custody of the kids had gone to the husband. So the mother didn't know what to do, so she killed herself. And apparently, she has been haunting that apartment. But the biggest uh, thing to take from this story is, before when I narrated it and now when I'm just sharing it with you guys, the biggest thing is that whenever you take an apartment on rent anywhere in the world, you should make sure that the owner or the agent tells you the history about the place. Even if they don't tell you, you have to ask them, is there any history about this place? Because you I hope you guys might be knowing Jose, who's also doing this ghost stories live session on YouTube. And I keep watching it every Saturday he does. And in one of the conversation, he said that when he and his wife was going to shift to an apartment, he got to know at the last minute when he was almost going to sign the agreement. No, he took the pen and he was going to sign, and the agent said to him, "Arey, one more thing is there. I just wanted to tell you that there was a suicide in this apartment." So, and Jose was just going to sign that. So can you imagine? And Jose, being a cool dude, being a smart man, he did not sign and he did not take the apartment. So see how the agent tricked him and said, at the last minute he told when you were signing the agreement. So always be careful that do not, do not, do not take an apartment before taking the history about that place or that building or that apartment in general. Always speak to the neighbors, see how things are. I don't know why I'm acting like a grandfather, but this is what it is. So now this was the story. Let me know in the comments, because not lot of people are there right now live. But tell me in the comments later once you watch, how did you like the story. Now what we'll do is, the first segment, which is introduction and chit chat, is done. Short story is done. Now comes the horror update. So basically, in the horror update, what I do is I tell you whatever this week is been trending in terms of the horror, basically a horror news. So to begin with, I will start with a web series which I already told you in the beginning, which I'm going to talk about. It's called as Stranger Things. Now there might be a lot of debate in terms of this is not horror, this is mystery, this is thriller, and a lot of different things. But the vibe of Stranger Things, firstly, people who don't know about Stranger Things, it is a series. It is available on Netflix. And basically in US there is a small town where 4 to 5 kids are there, and one of the kid falls into trouble. And how the other kids, like they are a group of 4 to 5 people, how the other kids help that friend to come out of trouble, and there is another friend or another character who's not from that village comes in that village, and how she helps that group to overcome all the troubles which is there in that town. I don't know if I've explained it correctly or not correctly, but it is very creepy in the sense, it gives you that creepiness when you're watching it. It gives you that suspense, it gives you that thrill, and it gives you, you can connect with the characters, because as kids growing up, you, at least people who like horror stuff, uh, anything happens in your village or anything happens in your society, you always try to, figure out things, always try to solve few things in your head. So that actual things, they have showed in the series, where the kids are solving cases, like one of the kids go missing, and there's no one who has kidnapped the kid has gone missing in a different world, which is called as the upside down. So a lot of things which is connected to horror, trust me, it is not like the Conjuring wala horror, but it is a very different kind of sci-fi horror, you can say. I know I don't like this genre sci-fi horror, but this series, I just got connected to all the characters, and my favorite character is Dustin. Okay, if you have watched it, let me know what is your favorite character in the comments below. But my favorite character is Dustin. So recently, you can see on 1st of July, the season 4 volume 2 released. So now currently there are 4 seasons of Stranger Things, which is there on Netflix, no, Netflix, and there is a 5th season also going to come out. But I don't know when it's going to come out. I tried to research mainly about that, but as far as I know, they have not even started filming for the season 5. So definitely a year or 2 years is going to take if there is no COVID again. But the season 4 was the best because they have carried forward the story. The kids have grown up now, so how things have happened, how the characters are. Now I'm going to talk about the spoilers. So people who have not watched it, you can skip this section and go to the next section, where I'll be talking about another horror movie which is going to come out. Now I'm going to talk about the spoilers. So just give me a minute. So sorry, just give me a minute. Yes, I am going to play some music which I forgot to play. Play some music. Yes. So, yeah. So now I'm going to talk about the spoilers. So be careful. So at the end of season 4, the best what I liked was that 11, who created number 1, is the one who's going to destroy. I don't know if I make sense, but 11, the character, has created the monster, the real villain, the real ghost in this series. So 11 is a character. Why am I explaining? This is a spoiler for this. Now everyone who has watched this will know about what I'm talking. So 11 has created number 1, and basically she's the one who has created everything, and she's not dying. Rest everyone is dying, but she's not dying. So I like that each episode was directed by different directors. Yes, it was there in the other seasons as well, but the main writers, the Daffer brothers, I think so, they are called. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly or no, but in short, 11 created the monster, but she is not dying. And as for my understanding, number 1, who is currently the main villain, the main ghost, is not dead. They have only burned his body, and when they, you know, when Steve and Robin and Nancy, when they, after burning the number one's body, when they go out of that villa, his body is not there. Okay, this is one, you know, this is one proof. This is the first proof that he's still alive, and the second proof is that when Will and Mike, they both are sitting in the apartment, Will tell Will tells Mike that I can still feel him. He's hurt and he's hurting. So that was a confirmation that there is season 5. Okay, he's not dead. And the thing is, there was a new character which was introduced in season 4, which was the guy who, you know, who played the guitar. Now I cannot recollect his name. The guy, yeah, shit. Eddie, I think so. Eddie, the guy, the long hair who dies in the Upside Down, who played the guitar, the rock song in the Upside Down. Yes, Eddie. So Eddie, when he died, you know, it was extremely sad. And as per the town, the Hawkins town, they have declared that Eddie is the main person who killed the other kids. So now Dustin and the other group of his, or Dustin and his group, are going to prove that he was not a murderer and he was a good guy. So there are many reasons for season 5 to come out. So personally, to cut short, I enjoyed the series, and it was one of the best series which I have watched, no doubt, in the sci-fi horror genre. And my favorite character is Dustin. So you guys tell me what is your favorite character, and you tell me if you like the series or if you didn't like the series, and are you waiting for season 5? Okay, so this was the horror update in terms of a good web series which you guys can watch. Okay, it's extremely well. I cannot explain to people who don't know exactly what is sci-fi horror, but you guys must try it. At least watch the first season. Trust me, once you watch the first season, automatically you will want to know what's happening in the second and third and fourth season. Now, coming to the next horror update, there is a movie which is, now we are in the month of July, and this movie is going to release in the month of October. It's 7th of October, and the movie name is Phone Booth. I wish I could share this on my screen, but StreamYard and any of these apps which I use, you know, it's lagging when I just share the screen. You know, my whole computer this stops. So I have to just speak to you guys. So go check it out. There's the poster which is released, Phone Booth, and there is Katrina Kaif, there is Ishan Khattar, and there is that actor from Gully Gang. यार उसका नाम पता नहीं है यार. Siddharth, I think so. Siddharth. If you guys know his name, let me know in the comments below. And I can see Jackie Shroff also. Bidu is also there. So Phone Booth is a horror comedy. So basically, what has happened from the times 3 has got hit and got a commercial success, every production house is using the same template. So the minute some like one kind of genre goes hit, then Bollywood use the same template till it does not get boring, disappear out. Till it does not happen, they'll still use. So anyways, in the middle COVID happened and this and that and all. So after Stree, basically Stree was one of the best horror comedies in Bollywood. Then they tried to make couple of which did not work, but Phone Booth maybe maybe it might look interesting because it is from Excel production, which is Ritesh Deshmukh. Not Ritesh Deshmukh. What am I saying? From Excel production, which is Farhan Akhtar and I don't know the other this, but whichever movies come out from Excel Entertainment or Excel Production, I don't know exactly which it is, and whichever movie Farhan Akhtar is associated, I can put my bets on that because they work on script. Even if you see Fukre, which was an Excel production movie, there was no high, A-listed stars, all low-budget actors, but the movie worked so well because the story was so amazing. So whatever movies come from Excel production is amazing. So don't forget to check it out, Phone Booth, and I hope that I get to watch this movie again first day first show so that I can give you my reviews. But definitely if I watch it first day first show or the last day last show, I'm anyways going to give you a review. Okay, so now it's quite strange that I'm 37 minutes on the live, but no one has joined in yet. Tuesday is not a preferable time. Tuesday is not a preferable time. Quite strange. I have put it on. I've put it on Instagram as a story. I have. Oh my god, is my internet not working or something? I put it on Instagram, I've put it on Facebook. But anyways, people might be busy. Anyways, it's a working day, so it's good that I have locked my room because people keep coming in and out. Anyways, let's go to the horror update, which is a disturbing case. So I'm reading this article from Times of India. Suspected suicide of 9 members of family in Maharashtra brings back horror of Delhi's Burari deaths. So I'm just reading this article. The suspected suicide of 9 members of a family in Maharashtra, Sangil, on Monday brought back the horror of Delhi's Burari mass suicide involving 11 members of the Chaudhwa family that also became a subject of Netflix series. A forensic expert who had visited the spot in Burari recalled that it was horrifying to see so many bodies hanging together with their hands and legs tied. Okay, come on, talk about the Maharashtra case. What are you talking about the Burari case? Anyways, the Netflix series is called as The House of Secrets, the Burari deaths. So if you haven't watched that, you need to watch that. And I hope so Netflix is watching so that they can make a part 2 of The House of Secrets part 2. That family death, whatever the family name is now. So the story of Maharashtra is 9 members of a family of 2 brothers were found dead in Sangil. Police said and maintained that they suspected it to be a cause of a suicide pact while what is this? While preliminarily, I can't pronounce. My God, क्या हो रहा है यार? While preliminarily suggests that the duo had heavily borrowed money from various people. Oh, it means that the family had borrowed money from various people. The body were found in 2 different houses of the brothers, located 1.5 kilometers apart in Manshal village in the western Maharashtra district, over 350 kilometers from the state of capital Mumbai. On July 1st, 2018, everyone woke up to the horrifying case. This didn't happen now, so it happened in 2018, where bodies of 11 members of family were found hanging with their. Oh, they are talking about Burari. So Burari happened on 1st of July 2018. Initially, the police registered a murder case they are just mixing it. They are not telling what this Times of India, this news channels, लिखने के लिए कुछ भी लिखेगा. This people, not Times of India people, the editors and this, they should open a YouTube channel because they know how to put taglines, they know how to write it in such a way that you seem interested. But overall, the news is that, like the Burari case, which was in Delhi, there is another case where 9 members of family in Maharashtra committed suicide, a mass suicide, and the reason is that they believe that they had borrowed money from a couple of people from the village and they could not return back, so they decided to kill themselves. But the thing is, for people who don't know, that Burari case was quite horrifying and quite scary. And definitely this case also, what happened in Maharashtra, is going to be very scary and terrifying. I wonder how the police, they get sleep in the night, because I think so almost every day they might be watching or witnessing an accident or a murder, or seeing a dead body. So quite strange. In fact, more than ghost, this might be more scary, because you're seeing a dead body every day. Maybe during COVID time, they must have seen a dead body. Yeah, maybe dead body every day. Police report, this report, the person who does the postmortem. How that person might be eating food is quite strange, because the guy, the person or the doctor who does the postmortem, he opens the body from left, right, and center to see what was the cause of death. And then after that, they wash their hands, they go back home and they eat food. They eat chicken or they eat whatever. That is something strange and that is something scary for me, because I will not able to do that kind of job. Even though I am interested in horror stuff, I grew up with horror, but it's not that I can stay in an empty apartment by myself, or I can work in this hospital by myself. No, never. Because I remember when we were kids, uh, we didn't have TV, but in the building, one neighbor had a TV back then, and that time the Z horror show used to come. So we used to go and we used to watch the Z horror show and all. And in that they used to show that like some of the episodes, like in the morgue there is one doctor who's cutting something, and there's another body which has woken up and walking and haunting and this and that, and also quite scary and quite this music now, background music, I will upgrade my StreamYard, and then I will put some horror music. But right now, this is just some free music which is there, and out of this free music, only this is one which I found something, closer to the horror shit. Because the other one is some rock and dance, pop, and this and that, and also anyways, so this was the horror update. First horror update was I spoke about Stranger Things. Second horror update was, no, before going to second, if you haven't watched Stranger Things, you must watch. If you're a horror fan, you will definitely like it. And if you don't like to meet people, if you don't like to go out during your weekends, and it is raining now in India, especially in Mumbai, put Netflix on and watch this, and definitely your weekend is just going to go amazing. You're just going to chill, eat, drink, and watch Netflix. Trust me. Second thing is Phone Booth, which is another exciting movie for me, because it is anyways from Ritesh Deshmukh. Why am I saying Ritesh Deshmukh every time? From Farhan Akhtar's production house, and definitely we must wait and check this out. And the third is the case which we just discussed, which was the Burari case, but another, now we have to find out what name we can give this case. not a Burari case, but a case in Maharashtra where 9 people, a family of 9 committed suicide. So this was the horror update, and now the thing is, now there are only 2 things which I still left in the stream, which is reacting to horror stuff and your ghost stories. If anyone is there on the stream and if they want to share their ghost stories. But the funniest part is it's just one person who's there on the stream, and that one person is my other device to check if my audio, sound, everything is fine. So definitely you guys will be watching the stream after its end, maybe tomorrow, the after tomorrow, whenever it is. Don't forget, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And next time when I'm live, please do come, because I have decided every Tuesday by 11 o'clock I'm going to go live. So let's see, because it's 47 minutes up. I will end the stream in exactly 1 hour, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm not going to waste a lot of time. So let me see if I can share my screen. Okay, I have downloaded the video. Let me see. So this is a video which I found on the internet. I'm going to react with you guys. Okay, so let's go. Give me a minute. I don't know, it's going to lag, not going to lag, what is going to happen, what is not going to happen. So here is the video is already started. So this is a CCTV footage where things are falling on its own, the drawer is opening on its own. This, I still, I've seen a couple of videos of that, but it can be just a thread, or it can be, there can be a logical explanation to this. Maybe a thread is there down or something, a string or thread, whatever, but see, now this thing also, maybe a magnet is down, and you can control that magnet from a remote. Something is possible, or maybe a wind, the AC air or the fan air or something. But I'm not going to do any judgment for now. I'm just going to enjoy it. But the thing is, my character is only like that whenever I watch something, I try to debunk that, because a lot of videos on the internet is not very like scary. Not scary, you can say, not genuine. Yeah, genuine is the correct word, not genuine. So that video also which went, it was just a white shadow. Maybe that might be a smoke, or that might be a this, but apparently on the internet, if that thing goes, means it's a spirit. I think so, I've seen this video. Yeah, I think so, I've seen this video. I have reacted to this video on one of my live streams. I don't recollect, because I have seen so many videos. So I don't know if I've seen this offline or online. If you guys know, and if you're following my stream, let me know in the comments if I have watched it or not. Yeah, I think so. Yes. I have watched it. I have watched it or not. Yeah, I think so. Yes. I have watched. See this. Somia, I hope I'm pronouncing it. Somia Nader. Walaikum salam. How are you? I'm fine. I am fine. I'm currently watching some horror videos from the internet. Somia Nader, if you have any ghost stories, or if you just like to join the live stream and share your ghost stories, or just say hi, you can come and You can share your ghost stories. So meanwhile, let's go to reacting till Somia joins the live stream. A couple of this which I missed. I think so. Yeah, I have watched these videos. Sorry, guys, if there is someone new, then you can definitely watch it with me. No, it's just the person getting disappeared in the middle. These are very typical videos which you'll get this on the internet. Yeah, guys, I remember now that I have watched this video in one of the live streams, but I'll let it go. If someone is new, then they can watch this video again. So this was quite creepy. But see, now this thing is, maybe it's just the wind which is making the door bang. But what they showed in movies and all, but that it looks very creepy. But the thing is, it's just that window or that door which is banging. If there would be heavy wind, everything else also would be banging. Everything else also would be moving. So it's quite creepy, that one. Somya Nadar, are you still there? Are you joining the stream? Let me know. I'm waiting for you. If you are comfortable, then you can share your ghost stories. Sorry, guys, as you know that my voice is FUCKED and I cannot speak, but Swapnil told you need to be consistent means I need to be consistent. People are there, not there, doesn't matter. Okay, they're going into some abandoned apartment, or not, you can't say this as an apartment, abandoned hospital, I feel. Oh, see the curtain moving on its own. Nice. It's scary, but now there are automatic curtains which opens on its own also. So this is what I want to do, to record myself while I'm sleeping. But I don't have that much memory or that camera which can record. Okay, this camera which you are using also. See now, this camera which I'm using has just got stuck. I'm shaking my head left and right, and my head is just showing there. Somya Nadar, I think so you left. I'm not sure if you're there. Then you can just comment again and let me know if you're there. If you're not there, come on. Okay, so we are done. So we are done reacting to the video, but this video was not that exciting because I have seen this video, and for people who haven't seen it, good for you guys because you must have enjoyed it, or you did not. Let me know, because the thing is, once I watch something and then to react, the natural reaction will not come. So इतना मजा नहीं आया मेरे को. अगर आपको पसंद आया तो जल्दी बोलो कमेंट में बोलो. See, now the strangest part is I'm talking and the camera has a different reaction. Just give me a minute. Okay, I am back, and yes, so this was a very different kind of uh, horror story. Not horror story. I mean the horror live session where I had some horror updates. I shared a story. I reacted to one of the horror videos from the internet. So let me know if you like this type of horror life. Because the thing is, until and unless people don't start coming on my live stream, until and unless people don't start sharing their ghost stories, I cannot, I'm putting my camera off. I cannot just sit and wait for people for 1 hour. It won't make sense. So I'm going to introduce something every session. I'm going to introduce something different, but I'm trying to keep this format where I talk about some movies, books, something related to horror, so that you get entertained. But remember, every stream I will be waiting for you guys. Every stream I'll be waiting for you guys. I want you guys to come share your ghost stories, but it's okay. I'll keep trying for people whenever they come. And do not forget, you know to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Now before we end, I am going to share one ghost story. Put the music off. It's 59 minutes, 58 minutes. I'm going to share a ghost story where, again, I found it on I found this from Reddit. Okay. So Reddit is a website where people post a lot of things, and if you want to read some ghost stories, you can read it from there as well. So this is a very short, strange kind of horror story. In fact, I'll tell two stories. One this one and then another one. So the title of this is It Wasn't a Little Girl. I was camping with my husband and his family at a small remote lake in New Mexico. There were about 10 people in our group and another group of 6 people in the next campsite. It was night time and both groups were doing typical activities, making barbecue, having few drinks, and telling stories. When we all heard what sounded like a little girl yelling out for help. Neither group had children with them, but we all were sure and positive that we were hearing a little girl and decided to search the area. There was a field behind our campsite, and we all saw a very tall, pure white figure standing maybe 10 feet away from us in the field, making the noises. We all agreed this looked, sorry, we all agreed this thing looked maybe 6 feet tall, skinny and white. We made our way closer to investigate, but whatever it was that we saw started backing off as we got closer, and it disappeared in the trees. At night, we continue to hear a little girl calling for help as we tried to sleep, but we could not find her. So, yes, that was a creepy story from the Reddit website. One of the viewers or users submitted that story. Not very scary, but just imagine the scenario where uh, you guys are going for camping, and then suddenly in the middle of the night, and you're camping in the woods where there is campfire and there is no no people, no civilization, and then suddenly you hear a girl crying and calling for help. So you just imagine how creepy it can be. So yeah, some stories, when you read, they are not creepy, but some stories, when you start imagining things, or when you start imagining that story, that if that would have happened with you, then it starts getting creepier. So yeah, and the next story is very short story. This I got it from yourghoststories.com. It's another website. So I'll just start. Okay. My name is Anjali and I live in Himachal Pradesh. This was during my summer break when me and my friend decided to go for an evening walk and have some chat. I went to my friend's place to call her, but it took so much time for her to come out that it was already 6:37. So we decided that we'll skip chat, we'll go for a walk and we'll have dinner and we'll come back. Out of nowhere, that evening it started raining. So we decided to skip dinner as well because once it rains, it becomes difficult to go back home. So since it suddenly rained, we did not have raincoat or an umbrella. So we skipped different shops, tried to save ourselves, and entered different shops and tried to reach a house. At one point, we parted ways because my friend reached her apartment and she left. Now, from her apartment to reach to my apartment, there was a long stretch where there was not a lot of apartments or buildings. There was one, two shops in the middle, and it was a lonely road. It was a lonely stretch. I was waiting at the entrance where the lonely stretch begins for someone to see if someone can give me a drop, or if someone who's walking with an umbrella who can, take me towards my apartment side. But I could not find anyone. S- And anyways, it started getting late, and my deadline to reach home was almost 8 o'clock, 8 to 8:30, and it was already 7:45, 7:50. So I decided that I get wet and I start walking. The minute I reached little bit ahead, I found a man with an umbrella walking in front of me. So I decided to call him. I said, "Hello, excuse me, can you please stop?" But he did not turn back. I said once again, "Excuse me, can you please wait? I need your help." He did not stop. This time, I shouted loudly, "Excuse me, I need your help." And then the man stopped and he turned around. But it was so dark that I could not see his face properly. It was just a street lamp which was hitting the umbrella and his face was covered. I stepped ahead to go towards him, and then I noticed that he's completely wet, completely drenched, and I felt that even though he had an umbrella, it didn't make sense because anyways he's wet. So that I decided to say thank you and walk ahead. The minute I started walking ahead, I started getting a creepy vibe because I could not see that man's face. So for once I wanted to turn back and see. I wanted to see how that man looked. That curiosity built in me. So every time I walked one, two step, I could see that man walking towards me. But the strange part was, I was walking, and whenever I turned back, he was going farther and farther. Reduced my speed and then I turned back. He kept going farther and farther, and he never reached closer to me. So I stopped and I turned because I wanted to see that man's face. I had that curiosity that who was this man who did not speak a word, he did not say anything. Then when I turned, he was disappeared. And the strangest part was on that stretch, the lonely stretch, there was no right left. There were shops. Okay. And it was a lonely road. So where the man can go, right was the cliff, which was going straight down, and left hand side was the shops. And even I seen at the shop that man was not there. It was quite strange. So after that, I got a little bit scared and I started running towards my house. And then when I started running and when I reached towards the end of that lonely road, I found a jeep, a police jeep waiting there, and they stopped me. And then I got up and they said, "Do not walk in your dreams anymore." So basically, the story is that the girl was sleepwalking. It was raining. She was wet. And the police was just doing their normal patrolling. But when the girl was walking, the police could see that her eyes was closed. So basically, everything happened in her dream. But she felt that it was real. So basically, she was dream walking, dream no sleepwalking, and I like the twist because when I read, I found it very creepy that she met a friend, this, that, and all, and at the end she was sleepwalking. Again, I was going to say dream walking. So, anyways, I am done. Uh, this was the segment. This was the live session which I decided to do, and it was quite fun. I enjoyed talking to myself. I'm going to wait when you guys come, when you guys put some comments, put something, come on the stream, share something. It's going to be fun. So thank you, Somya Nader. I hope I'm pronouncing it correct. Thank you for coming at least to say hi and how are you, because I had put in my Instagram story and on my Facebook page that come share your ghost stories. If not, just come say hi. So I think so. She just came. She said hi. How are you? And she left. But I appreciate that she came. She said hi, and she asked me how are you, and I said, and I'm going to say I'm fine. But next time you should stay a little bit longer and share your stories. So, anyways, thank you for people who will be watching this after the live session, and soon I will be putting this time lapse also, so that you can skip and see whatever you want to see. And the last stream also I haven't put. The thing is, I keep getting busy, family, work. Now there is Eid holidays coming up, so I'll be traveling as well, so a lot of things are there. Then I have to edit the episode for Saturday as well. I need to see which episode I'm going to put. So anyways, once again, thank you everyone who came, who did not come. Thank you everyone once again, and do not forget to like this stream, like this video, because if you like it, next time YouTube is going to push this videos to a larger audience, so more people will come, more people will enjoy. But all I would like to say is enjoy your life, enjoy the horror content, but do not take everything seriously. Just enjoy for entertainment purpose. So thank you so much, and I shall see you on Saturday with a new episode and a live stream every Tuesday. So thank you so much, and do not, once again I'm saying, do not, hey, kidhar gaya? Ah, it was already there. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you and see you. Good night. Love you all.